Deep in the mountains of West Virginia, where the fog clung to the pines like wet gauze, stood an abandoned wooden house with windows black as old bruises. The locals called it the Whispering House. They said it had once belonged to a radio operator named Elsie Vane, who vanished in 1953 after building a strange cabinet full of copper coils, vacuum tubes, and a cracked speaker salvaged from military aircraft. People claimed the house was still receiving things. Mara, a junior archivist from Charleston with a hunger for legends and a habit of mocking them, drove up the mountain on a rain-lashed October night to prove the story was nonsense. She carried a flashlight, a tape recorder, and a yellowed county map that marked the house with an inked warning, "Do not answer." By midnight, the road had narrowed to mud and roots. The air smelled of wet bark, rust, and something faintly electrical, like rain striking a live wire. When Mara pushed open the front door, it sighed on its hinges as if it had been waiting. Inside, the house was cold enough to sting her lungs. Wallpaper peeled in long strips. A dead fireplace yawned in the dark. Somewhere above her, the ceiling gave one slow creak, then went still. Her tape recorder clicked on. For a while there was nothing but static, the soft drip of water, and the quick sound of her own breathing. Then, through the hiss, came a whisper, "Mara!" She spun around so fast her flashlight beam whipped across the walls. No one stood there. She laughed once, too sharply. Very funny. The recorder answered with static, then another whisper, thin and close as a breath against her ear. "Don't answer." Her skin tightened. She looked at the recorder, then at the dark hallway stretching deeper into the house. The whisper came again, not from the hall, but from the walls themselves, as if the boards were speaking in their sleep. Mara remembered the map. "Do not answer." The old stairway groaned under her weight as she climbed to the second floor. Every room was empty except for dust, a few splintered chairs, and in one bedroom, an antique radio cabinet standing in the center like an altar. Copper wires coiled behind cracked glass. A handwritten tag was nailed to it, tuned to the house. Mara knelt and shone her light inside. There, tucked behind the speaker, was a reel of tape with her name written on it in faded blue ink. Her stomach dropped. She had never been here before. The recorder in her hand began to whine. Then, from the speaker inside the cabinet, came a voice so clear it made her knees weaken. It was her own. "Mara, if you can hear this, leave before she learns your voice." A floorboard behind her whispered her name again, but this time it sounded patient. "Hungry. Close." The flashlight flickered and died, plunging the room into blackness. In the dark, Mara heard movement not from the hallway, not from the stairs, but from inside the walls, circling her with soft, shuffling certainty. Then the whisper came from everywhere at once, surrounding her in a chorus of identical voices. "Mara!" She stumbled toward the door, but the house answered with a final burst of static. In the crackling sound, Elsie Vane's voice emerged, calm and ruined by age. "Whoever listens stays."